The scattered hills that once have been the homes of hermits in days long gone by, and now are homes of porcupines and bears, whose playground in the rocks is snug and happy is he who casts away his cares to plunge into the jungle for a change, a transmigration to another age.
They were ascribed to their inspiration to live. The Bantas, the Aborigines of Ceylon, were a primitive and nomadic people. They inhabited the island's forests not so very long ago. But now they are a dead or a dying race. Their shelters were rock caves deep in the virgin forests, on isolated hills, protected from the wild beasts of the valley. Their clothing was the bark of the riti tree and the skins of animals, and at a later stage, cloth bartered from coastal traders for flesh or honey. From their youngest days, they learnt the skill of the hunter with bow and arrow, their only weapon and means of acquiring a meager living. They made fire by rubbing together twigs of the vella tree, or striking a corpse with a flint. Their food was honey, yams, roots, and the flesh of animals, such as a monkey and the iguana, the pangolin anteater, the spotted deer and the samba. They cooked over an open fire, eating whenever they were hungry, whatever was available to eat. The hunt was a great event. It was their chief source of livelihood, and therefore they invoked the spirits of their dead for guidance, and asked for the protection and blessings of their god of the hunt, in fear lest the hunter at any time become the hunted. To perform their ritual dance, it was demanded of them to don a clean white cloth as a symbol of purity.
May his maternal grandfather protect his grandson from the evil of the devil. May his father's father lead him to where the samba lies. May his uncle speed his arrow unerringly to the great stag's heart.
And having thus complied with the age-old rites, they went fearlessly into the dark and silent immensity of the jungle. The collecting of Bambara honey, hidden in the crevices of rocky cliffs, was a remarkable feat. For the stings of 7 Bambaras is said to be as poisonous as a cobra's venom, and one false step would mean hurtling down into the ravine below. The honey so zealously guarded by the Bambara bees was a delicacy, richly rewarding these primitive people who resolutely overcame the perils that confronted them. The forbidden fruit of the jungle and the bark of the vellang tree were used for the poisoning of fish, a treasured secret handed down from generation to generation. On their return from days and days of strenuous and perilous hunting, the Vedas faced an even greater disaster, the death of one of their children. This is a bad omen. An evil spirit has taken possession of their cave. Therefore they must leave the cave immediately and find some other abode. To men, the trials and tribulations of a primitive existence seemed an irksome barrier against the struggle to survive. He resorted to a new type of vengeful living, indulging in wanton destruction of nature itself. Nothing stood before the all-consuming flame of his desire. The fence became the symbol of enmity between man and beast. The barrier between man's tiny domains on the one hand and the vastness of the forest kingdom on the other. The birds and beasts of the jungle, resenting man's intrusion, fought back relentlessly, destroying his fences and devastating his crops. Man, in fear and desperation, retaliated with every device at his command to protect and preserve himself. As if in retribution, drought, like a thief in the night, creeps upon the homestead and the wilderness alike, chastising equally man and beast, anxiously tended crop and jungle tree. Monkeys leave their elevated pathways and descend to the parching waterholes to partake of what is left of its once life-giving abundance. Drying footprints surround the muddy water's edge, gradually yielding to an all-devouring drought. Crocodiles leave their once watery rendezvous to hibernate in the scanty shade of the thirsting forest. Outside, all is scorched by the rays of the naked sun. Animals dig deep to quench their burning thirst by lapping at the last dregs of water still striving to well to the surface in little springs. Everywhere skeletons manifest the ravages of the ruthless destroyer, drought.
Amidst death and destruction, life struggles to survive, to fulfill and perpetuate the will of nature, to postpone even for a brief space of time, inevitable and ultimate death.
rumble of too distant thunder is a voice from heaven warning every living creature of the consequences of jealousy, enmity, and hatred, of the struggle by one for supremacy over the other. Man, in his dire need, offers propitiation to the gods above to end the terrible plague of drought and heal the sickness festering within living creation.
The Samba wades into a salty quagmire, deeper and deeper and deeper, on a trail from which there is no returning. The animals stumble on and on towards ever-receding mirages, until they can move no more, and finally succumb to death and decay. Time was like death, lived slowly.
To man as well as beast, the drought brings suffering and death, and suffering, revelation, and revelation, understanding, and understanding, an armistice in the long war between man and nature.